Hey guys, Liger0JPS here, and here we are looking at the Master Grade Stormbringer Gundam, which is also the Master Grade GM Turbulence. This is from the Gundam Build Divers series, as they also just announced the Master Grade GM Stormbringer Turbulence Phantom Fox or Phantom something version, which is like a white and gray scale, but it also comes with black beam sabers, which is really nice. So this is the Stormbringer version. Now I will say this much: you could almost build both complete ones. Now, if they gave you some extra parts for the shoulders, the extra parts to do, like all you missing is like 2 parts from the shoulders and a few parts from the backpack, you could build 2 complete. You could actually make the swap easier. But since they didn't do it, you're kind of stuck with this. So now it builds up nicely. Pretty much everything from top, from head, well, because you can build 2 heads. They give you enough parts to build both heads. So the body, the waist, the legs, the arms are all the same. They are pretty much the same. The only slight difference is which head you use and the shoulders and the backpack. The cannon is for the Stormbringer, while the one with the double beam sabers is for the Turbulence. Which the Turbulence has like a GM Sniper 2 head. There is quite a bit of stickers on him. Also, you know, I don't mind the color scheme that it is like gray, green, like gray, olive green, orange. I don't mind it. Kind of like it too, though. There are a few stickers like the eyes and the camera. Even though the front camera sticker, if this camera will focus on it, you probably won't be able to see it. But there is a camera sticker in there, and it is covered. But overall, this thing is nice. Now, for what you get, there's actually, even in the box back there, there's a lot, and I made a lot of leftover parts, because there's leftover parts for body and the waist and such. Even parts that are gray, that makes up parts like for the knee, and these propellant tanks on the back. Now, like I said, the only thing that is an issue here with this is that if they included the extra parts, they need to include about another 2, pretty much the thrusters and these cover parts on the side here. I think, yeah, those, I think they included those in the connector. You could build up a second one, because this is like one of those, like same thing with the S Gundam, XS Gundam, the 1.5 version. You could, the options is in there for both, but you can only build one. But you can switch over between the 2. Take out some extra parts here and there. You know, it's not that hard of a deal for change. But this one, the change is not that bad, but you know, when it comes to the backpack, that's where the biggest change is going to be. So you're really left with building one or the other. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at its articulation. So the head goes up and down, and it has a little lift in there, so it can go forward and back. Arms can rotate 360, but they will hit the backpack, and they go out that far. These shoulders are in the similar style that the GM Sniper 2 and the GM Sniper 2 White Dingo version uses, where they kind of, you peg them in and clip on like that. So it's not hard to switch these out, honestly. Pretty easy. Elbows are double jointed, and there's a nice little, you know, separation there with the armor. Hands or they rotate. You know, these are the manipulator style hands, which honestly, you would only need like 2 pairs for this, really. The open hand and the one like a closed hand, so you can actually hold the weapon, hold a beam saber, really. And you'll notice this one doesn't have anywhere for a beam saber handle anyways. Don't know what this hole is for. Could be for a shield or something, because you only have it on this arm, but you take it off on the other arm so you could have the this combined shield. And if this combined shield looks similar to you, it did to me, because it is the same kind of shield that is seen on the full armor Gundam Thunderbolt. That is the same one. I would go over there and grab him, but I don't feel like dealing with him and his finickiness. Front skirts, they move. Side skirts, they move. Back skirt does not move. It is stationary. It does come with an action-based connector, which is sitting there. Let's go get a full front kick. Can't go back. Pretty much all the way out the side for a full splits. These are double jointed. And I don't know why this thing keeps popping off. I'm about to pop off the backpack for this. Luckily the backpack comes off pretty easy. I do like there's detailing in there, like you can see a pipe in there, which actually does move. The boosters on the side does not move, but I want to say, yes, the thrusters here on the side of the legs, they do have some articulation in them. And you have some foot articulation as well. Like I said, I'm still not used to this whole new desk setup. I'm still getting used to it. So yeah, that's basically it for articulation. And if you're using his backpack, the cannon has articulation. It can slide up and aim forward. But like I said, there's pieces in here like this connector port, these parts on the side for the thrusters and everything. Those parts need to come out for the other one. I don't remember what's supposed to go with the turbulence. Like what goes back there, or if anything goes back there. No, actually nothing goes in the back of his. I just had to check the manual real quick. But yeah, so pretty much everything you see right here on him, including how the backpack and his backpack setup, this is basically Stormbringers. And honestly, I plan on leaving him as Stormbringer. But I'm going to do a quick switch. Well, we'll do a quick switch, or much of a switch as we can, and switch him over to Turbulence. So to do so, you're going to have to take off the backpack. You also got to take off the head, but you also need to take off the neck joint too. So make sure you take off the neck joint too, because each one has their own neck joints. Because I will admit, when I first started building this, I was excited. It's like, yeah, I'm going to build both up. I thought it was like you'd have to build one, but no, you get to build both, mostly. I'm going to have to take off, because I can't do the complete one. Well, I can, but I can't. Oh, right, because actually, you have to take off more to do this. So you gotta pop off these side pieces from where the propellant tank's attached to. as I struggle to try to get one of them off. Well, luckily I got my, my tools on hand. So I can slide in here and pull that off. And I'm not going to take off everything because, like I said, there's a lot to take off for this. And I just dropped a piece somewhere because I kind of heard it hit the floor or carpet. Found it. Ooh, thruster. Of course, it'll be one of the main thrusters from this one. Now, technically, alright, it ain't too hard to pop these off. As I say, I tried this and it won't. If you tilt the shoulder armor down, you could try and pop these out. But I don't want to pull the arms out with it either. Well, the arm came out anyways. And honestly, I got these kind of in here kind of tight too, so they're not glued in, it's just they're tightly in. Okay. I got the arm. I got one off. So it looks like I might just have to pull the arms out for this. As much as I didn't want to do that, we're going to have to. Because I need to pull off two pieces here. Well, I need to pull off both sides and the top section so I can replace them. Okay, so this should slide out. There we go. I had to pop this piece out, which was a pain in the ass because it's stuck in there. So with that, we're going to take the other arm. Because it's just like two sections. Oh, three. Actually, I didn't even look at the manual for this, but I don't need to. So basically you just pop these two pieces on over the shoulder. And then plug this piece in. Like so. So that's the new arm. And honestly, you can see it's quite a stark difference between how one looks to the other. They almost look identical, but they are different. And no, you do not switch out the weapons. Because this gun is technically part of both of them. It is their primary weapon on their arm. Well, okay, I guess I could do this. And then I want to just pop off the top. I didn't want to pop off the bottom too. Because these are really in here. And be trying to pop this on off camera. Okay. Nope, that was wrong because I just took off the the part I do need up here. How did... Oh, I see. I had to pop off that top part. Actually, I have to... Because these things aren't clipped. It's clipped in there. Yeah, I have to try to pop this out. And okay, there we go. Now for the other arm. Like I said, you just tapping it into grooves. And boom, done. And we pop this back on the shoulder. And plug this back in. So now his shoulders are not as, you know, broad out. And his head, which is the GM Sniper 2 style head, which I will gripe about one thing. That white piece, I mean, that's a sticker. That is a sticker. They could not give us a little small white piece to put there, but no. They gave us a sticker. But otherwise, it's pretty nice. And there is no, like, silver sticker behind there. Which it would have been nice for something to put a silver sticker, something behind it. But I guess they didn't care much for it. And now we pull in the other piece. So this is basically what you have on the other backpack for him. And like I said, I would have to go into the other one and pull out the side pieces that makes up the thrusters. So those thrusters are right there, that's still in there. I would have to pull those out, which I don't know how hard they would be to pull out. Oh, actually, maybe not that bad. Okay, never mind. Well, no, because I didn't get the... Wait, no, it'll come out. And this is okay. It wasn't that bad, but I popped out the thruster and I gotta figure out how this goes back in here. So I'm not gonna push these all the way in because I really don't want to, because I want to switch it back to the normal Stormbringer later. Well, after this. And yeah, the thruster. Oh, this upside down. Alright. So I don't want to seal it too hard. Put the propellant tanks back in. And that beam saber. These beam saber handles do not want to stay in. And I didn't even pull off the hand for holding beam sabers either, so rip me. But yeah, this is the Turbulence. So a less prominent backpack, less prominent shoulders, and a different head, but still all menacing and intimidating. Okay, his arm wasn't in tight enough. I will admit though, I don't like these kind of small arm joints they use for some of these. I really don't like them, and I go against them a lot because it feels like they're loose in all manners. But yeah, Stormbringer, it's Turbulence. It's the GM Turbulence. Now, I also know that this is us because it's the GM, so that means you got Turbulence, and you also got the Dominance and other stuff. Now, he has beam saber handles because, you know, this is all basically for him. He does come with pink beams. Now, you have an alternative. And it's literally right here in these parts. Because look, there's a hole in there. And that hole is big enough that you could put the beam saber right in there. So he can actually be like, ha. And he's going to stab. Also, he has thumb articulation. I forgot that. His thumbs have articulation in them. Yeah, that thumb has some articulation, which is nice. They didn't need to do it, but they did. But his putting these hands together was also a pain, too. But yeah, it's pretty nice that you can actually, you know, do a pose or something where he can use his shield for protection and then return fire. But also with these shoulder joints and how these are, I really don't trust them. I'm pretty sure if I get rid of this beam rifle, if I get rid of this beam rifle part, I could possibly free up the hand. But it's supposed to be the illusion that this is combined into that, but it's honestly it's not. He's trigger holding this, and this is just pegged onto him. But yeah, this is the Stormbringer GM Turbulence. And just like all, you know, other master grades, later eras, they're actually no. These beam saber handles don't have holes, so you would have to find the right one and then just plop it in there, so it's not a tight grip. But then again, this one it's made to be used with the one on the arm. I think the ones on the back are just for show. So like overall, this master grade, it's great. It's nice that you have options though. Though I might switch around and not worry about the backpack or the shoulders too much. The heads is more than enough for me. My only major gripe is that these propellant tanks do pop off too easy. And also that they don't give you enough parts when they could. I mean, it might just tack on a few more dollars, but they literally could have gave us a few extra parts that we needed. And if you're wondering about what few parts that I'm talking about that would be needed, well, I'm worried about something that just fell off, which I'll worry about that later. Basically, if they gave us all these parts here and the shoulder parts, we could literally build another. What the heck is this? I don't even know where this came from. Like, they could have gave us an extra parts we needed for to make a full GM Turbulence, which honestly it would have been nicer anyways. And the beam saber fell out. Also, they should really work on that design of those loose beam sabers, because that's going to be an issue pretty much in the long run. Now, it's not a big make it or break it, but it is a deal breaker. Now, and I say this as I put this back to the Stormbringer version. No, get back in there. And now I can't get this back in here. Is it because this is in the way? Or is it because these are on the wrong side? I don't know. Although all I can say is that for something like the price you pay for this, and it's not, and this is a P Bandai too. Keep this in mind. This is P Bandai, and yet they're jipping you out saying you can only have one or the other, not both. How do you think that's gonna make the consumer feel, knowing that you're making them choose to get either, they can only build one but not both? And I really don't know where this came from, because this looks like something from a chess piece on the I can't think of the name of the GMs, the Hazels. No, wait, no. Wait, I think that goes back here. Yeah. That piece was supposed to be on both of them. Whoops. Luckily his neck was easier to come off. Now, I will say this much. The oh yeah, those shoulder parts right there, these right here, we would have needed another pair of those, because if we had like the two pairs, it would have made building up this easier, because then you wouldn't have to worry about taking off the arms, because you can easily just take off the shoulder, swap the arms, and make this a easier master grade. Now, as I say this, and from the pictures I've seen of the new Stormbringer Turbulence FA version, from what I've seen of that, they don't even have their shoulders are totally different, and it doesn't look like you have a lot of different parts you have to swap out. I mean, good on them on that side, but I guess he was taking note and saying, yeah, we kind of screwed up on this side. Now here's hoping I can put this back without going too far off, which is honestly it's not that bad. Now I will admit though, overall this thing is good. Like, don't knock it, it is actually really good. It's solid. I will mention, I think it was, yeah, I will mention one gripe though I had. Building these ankles, because you build them like normally like any other like GM or RX-78 Gundam, but then you have to put these ankle guards over it because you got this piece behind it that's supposed to kind of sandwich it. Like you build the ankle guard armor or inner frame, and then this part that goes behind it, you got to sandwich these all in between these olive green parts to seal it in there. And as you can see here on the front, it is causing some separations on them. Like, it's not going to hold. I mean, they're holding, but sometimes it feels like it doesn't want to hold. And sometimes I question, is that a design flaw or is it something I did wrong? Partially, I just check it up to design flaws. Also, considering that when I was looking at the Masquerade and the leftover parts, the fact that there was leftover parts like the propellant tank and gray and knee armor and like gray, which yeah further kind of told that yeah we have another Masquerade coming along the way. Look forward to it. Now this, and you know, sure enough, you know, after building this and being on my vacation trip, and I browse Twitter and I see the, well, I was browsing Twitter, but I was also looking at YouTube and looking at a certain person's video on Gundam news, and then I saw that and I'm like, yep, there we go. That explains a lot of leftover parts I saw. Well, a few leftover parts. They was going to do a recolor. Because, you know, this is, like I said, this version is Build Divers. This is a Build Divers universe model. Not fighters, divers. And the other one is going to be an actual UC version. And honestly, having him posed somewhat like this, that beam super like, try me. He made some look, it looks really intimidating. Just gotta get him a stand. Even though this is like the kind of simple pose they show in the box art, I kind of want to use this one, and pretty much I am going to use it. It looks good, it feels clean, and I'm actually really liking the look. So yeah, that's basically the Master Grade Stormbringer / GM Turbulence. So I gotta still do part 2 for the PG Unleashed RX-78-2 Gundam. And then after that I got wait for my packages because I'm waiting on more Gundams because I'm trying to get that goal of 100 Master Grades. I don't care if I get dupes in there, but we're almost there. We're closing in. And if you guys have any recommendations for a Master Grade I should get or should consider getting, feel free to let me know in the comments below. So, see you guys later and take care.